Hey everyone! Hey guys, welcome back to another video with electrasoul. Hey everyone, if you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual girl putting everybody on alongside a whole lot of other things. But today in this video, guys, I'm going to cover a topic that y'all know was requested. A lot of times they are, which I'm very thankful for. I'm very thankful you guys request things for me because it's definitely stuff that I want to cover and things that I feel like are important for everyone to know about and to hear about. And it's Spiritual Monday. So this topic today came from Tabby's on the table, and what they said was watching what you consume to be your best self. Okay, so this is a great topic for many reasons. It goes very deep regarding the media that you consume, which I feel like is obviously something that we have to keep in mind 110% of the time. Keeping in mind the things that we consume, the way that we feel, the way that the things that we consume affect us, and things like this. I will tell you guys from my own personal experience, I've literally seen a drastic change in the way that I am affected by certain things depending on what I consume within my reality. So I remember, like, honestly speaking, there was a time when I was watching Jersey Shore, and yes, Jersey Shore is really. Can you grow pee pee? Yeah, you can grow pee pee. You can manifest anything, guys. But basically, hey, Arb, what's up? Thank you so much. You're so sweet. God bless you. Thank you, baby. God bless you, Angel. But thank you. But basically, I was watching Jersey Shore, I remember many years ago, and I watched I didn't even get through the first season. I do enjoy the show, but if we're talking energetically speaking, it is a very heavy show because there's constant arguments, there's constant fighting, there's constant yelling, there's constant beef, there's always an issue, there's cheating, there's lying, there's manipulation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole lot of stuff in it that affects you energetically because you are consuming it. And I remember, I will never forget, like, I was watching Jersey Shore junior year, and this was right after I went through my spiritual awakening. And I was trying to, like, watch stuff to kind of not bring me back to earth, but kind of just like to entertain me, quote unquote, something that people would watch, kind of like Love Island and what is it called? Bad Girls Club, right? Yeah, Bad Girls Club, like all that stuff. Anyway, so I was watching the show, and I remember my sister was in the room, and keep in mind she was like 12 at the time. She was like a kid, and she was like, "Can you please turn that off? I don't want to hear yelling anymore. Like, I can't hear that anymore. It's like making me feel bad." And I remember I was like, "Holy shit!" I was shocked because it was literally affecting her. Like, it was affecting me too. And it's like I didn't even think about that because I just, for one, I didn't think she was gonna realize, but also I just felt like the energy of like how they were yelling at each other. It reminded me literally of how I grew up because I grew up in a household that there was a lot of yelling. And I remember I was like, oh my God, like this is a lot. After she said that to me, it's like I couldn't ignore it. And then I was like, fuck, like she's right. I can't watch this anymore. So I just stopped watching the show. And that was basically it with that. And I remember that I mean, in general, around that time, my spiritual awakening junior year, I became very mindful about the stuff that I consumed in general. So a lot of the music that I liked before, I stopped listening to it. For example, a lot of the music that I would listen to was about like sad stuff or about, guys would talk about hoes and whatever, like things like that. A lot of like deprecating things about society, people, each other, envy. Like I would listen to a lot of J. Cole, and I liked J. Cole a lot at that time, and he has good music. Like, not all of his, a lot of his stuff, it was very like, it was more introspective than other rappers at that time, but it was still very misogynistic, like very misogynistic. But even then, he knew he was being misogynistic. Like, for example, in Land of the Snakes, I don't know if y'all know that song by J. Cole, but at the end of the song, he's basically talking about how he did a woman that he was with in college dirty, and how she kind of like, she told him off for it, and that he knew that he wasn't shit because of like how he did her when he was with her in college. And it's like things like that. I remember that as time went on, like I stopped listening to that stuff naturally. I went back to it later on. I was like, let me listen to some like stuff I used to listen to. And like the lyrics are crazy. Like in general, I'd just be like, damn, this is like really draining to hear, talking about, effing bitches all the time and doing drugs, not him, but like in general, people doing drugs or getting high to get your mind off of stuff. Like the things that I would literally hear in high school that were popular were a lot of them were things that were not healthy. Like y'all know the song Habits Stay High by Tuvlo. I mean, of course, everyone knows that song. It's funny because I think to myself, like with society, with Hollywood, kind of, I feel like a lot of things that go viral are things. It's like I swear it's like they try to find a low key balance to manipulate people, okay? So a lot of popular songs that are on the radio that are big, a lot of them are very unhealthy. Like they have very unhealthy lyrics, topics. You know what I'm saying? Like the genre is very unhealthy. For example, Tug Low Stay High. That song became very popular, but the message is not good at all. You know, like even the video is horrendous. If I'm being honest, like I'm not trying to insult anyone, but it's literally like energetically, it's not healthy. You know. So I remember I would just like see all these things and think to myself that they promote those things because I remember like one time I saw someone said they were like, in Hollywood, what they really look for are things that lower your vibration. So that's why a lot of songs that are popular are ones that don't have good messages in them. And it's true. As y'all know, a lot of things like that get banned on the radio or they play a lot of crazy shit on the radio now. They don't really care. A lot of it is very unhealthy. And I feel like it's to kind of keep people in a box. I mean, like y'all remember the song with what the hell's her name? Lil Red? What the hell's her name? The one with Drake? The baby song with SZA. I don't remember that song, but like that is a horrendous song for like children to be singing and dancing to and stuff like that. And that's something that's like pushed to kind of like keep people in a bubble, to manipulate children, to obviously make them grow up thinking a certain type of way, to think like this is how it's supposed to be. Because I know for me, when I was in high school, like music like that was very popular, very popular. It was like if you didn't listen to shit that was horrible for your mental health, you were not cool, like dead ass. It was exactly like that. So everyone was listening to like crazy stuff. You would hear people talk about crazy things, like children. Children around me would rap and sing things that were like horrible for themselves, for society, all kinds of different things. And it doesn't even just go back to like 10 years ago because that was like about almost no, it's not 10 years ago. Yeah, it's about 10 years ago or so for me. But I mean, it's been like that, but it's been increasing over time. You know what I'm saying? Like even rock music guys, like from the 80s, a lot of those songs are horrible. Like a lot of them talk about like pedophilia freely. Like, yeah, I had sex with a 12-year-old. Like, no, you raped a 12-year-old. It's like things like this. So obviously when you hear things like this, a lot of people they grow up thinking that's okay, and they really do grow up thinking that's normal. Like they think, oh, I listen to music like this, like that's how it is. And people excuse a lot of people like that. Like I don't know if y'all know about what happened with like the Red Hot Chili Peppers with Anthony Kiedis, that's his name, the main guy. He basically raped a 14-year-old when he was 24 years old, and he, like, talked about it like it was nothing. Like, he was like, "Yeah, I had sex with a 14-year-old and I have 14 viewers right now," which is, like, crazy synchronicity. And he was saying all these things, and it, like those kinds of pedophilic templates make people think it's okay to be okay with those things, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say even today, it's like the songs that are on the radio, the things that you see, even movies, like, a lot of stuff is, like, really weird compared to how they used to be, and things were always very strange, but it's like it's molded to the new generation. So like 10, 20 years ago, it was molded to that generation, but everything was still fucking really strange, you know? And it's crazy I'm making this video right now because my sisters and I are gonna talk about this on Friday. Like we're gonna go live on Friday. I have like our YouTube linked here if you guys want to check us out, subscribe to our channel. We're gonna talk about like the subliminals in media and the things that you see from like what's in media. And I understand, like I really do get a lot of these things stem, of course they all stem from ego, but it stems mostly from fear, which is ego. The fear being respectful to other people, self-love, helping healing this world. It's like people unintentionally tend to go to the worst thing to find comfort in because of certain circumstances that they were brought up in. Like a lot of people don't have healthy parents. I don't want to say a lot, but I've seen there's a good amount of people who don't have healthy parents. They have to find their own way. It's like you're raised a certain way, you believe certain things, and then you kind of just keep on going in that direction. But you have to understand that these things that you're consuming are not good for you. They're not healthy. And I will tell you guys that because of the things that I saw growing up, the music, the videos, the things, like I saw a lot of crazy things that obviously children underage should not be seeing, thinking about, listening to, things like that. And I will tell you that it did give it show I remember for me, it was more of like an empathetic project because I remember that I would see these things and I would kinda like mold my mind around, "Wow, I can't believe people think like this. People feel affected by this. I wonder what made this person think like this." You know what I mean? Like, I would really think introspectively deeply about those things because I cared a lot. But that's not how everyone thinks, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how every child thinks. A lot of children, which I, by the way, relate to this part, would listen to these things and think about these things in a way where you're trying to fit in. You're trying to be cool. You want people to like you because, oh, I listen to the same music you do and the music's horrible, but like we're listening to the same music. You know what I mean? Like things like this. Or watching movies that are not good for you, watching music videos that are not good for you, your mental health, things like that. Like I was in seventh grade when Anaconda by Nicki Minaj came out. And I literally thought about this the other week. I was like, that was such a bad, like, song for, like, children my age to be listening to, and video, are you kidding me? It's like there needs to be a restriction, you know, like there literally has to be a restriction. There should I personally believe that certain videos and things like that should not be made available to anyone until a certain age. And I mean by the way that you're not able to access the video unless you are of a certain age because 12-year-olds like me at that time watching and listening to that video, I remember I was like I was horrified because I was like I remember thinking I was like I don't want anyone to think this is like okay at my age. Like I remember consciously thinking that because it stressed me. No, I was in 8th grade. It was the beginning of 8th grade. Um, it, like, stressed me out. I was like, Bruh, like, I don't want anyone to, like, talk about this, like, kids my age and, you know, like, kids my age doing crazy things. I don't want that. So it was, like, all that kinda stuff that, like, deeply affects you as a person, and it's all energetic. So it's, like, again, the movies that you watch, the things that you listen to, everything. The thing is that I wanna say it's, like, about age, but it's truly about maturity because you can be of a certain age and still be deeply affected by the things that you consume in a way that it still shapes the way that you think. So you can still be, like, 21 years old watching and listening to these crazy things, and it could still, like, deter your mindset in a way that it shouldn't. It's just about your emotional maturity surrounding these things because like I stated, I was a child watching and listening to all these crazy things, and they didn't inherently affect me in the way that I became like that or that I started to think like that. But it did affect me in the way that I felt very bad for everything around me. I was like, "I don't want anyone to be a part of this." Like, I just knew that it was not good news, and it's literally something that's implemented for, again, pedophilic reasons. It's there to keep you in a bubble, to keep you like a goat or like a goat or like sheep, basically, like sheep, like you're not thinking and all this other stuff, which no insult to sheep because I believe that sheeps do think. But, you know, just saying the general what's it called? Like the metaphor for it. I just feel like you guys have to really understand that the things that you do watch and the things that you do consume do affect you, and that if you're not careful and you're not energetically distant from these things, they can very much directly change the way that you see things, the way that you perceive things, the way that you feel about things. And me being someone who's very energy sensitive, there were times where, for example, this is not media, like whatever, but this is like a person. I remember that I would be very deeply affected by people close to me that I really cared about. So I remember one time that I really cared about this guy who I was, like, really close with, and he was a very problematic person, not like dark jokes and bullshit like that, but I mean, like, he was a very troubled person, like, he was in and out of juvie and things like that, and I remember that we got close to one time we got very close, and I remember I started to, like, low key think like him, where I was more explosive, I was more emotionally, like reactive and things like that. And I remember knowing that it was because of his influence unintentionally, but like spiritually, that I was being affected by the way that he was thinking and acting in his reality. It was like rubbing off on me. And I remember I was like, oh no, like I can't do that. Like this is not for me. It's like I noticed it and I was like, I can't think like this. I can't be like this because this is not who I am. And it's not healthy. And he shouldn't be like that either. So I energetically distanced myself and things like that. And that kept me safe for a lot of reasons. But the thing is that, like, not everyone's me. Like, I want everyone to be good. And the same thing goes for social media, which is a huge thing now. If anything, the movies aren't the biggest deal now. I think it's like social media that's a bigger deal for everyone, for like all children and all people. Because I mean, even adults, y'all see how many adults are affected by social media. If you don't have a strong self-concept, ooh, that shit will whoosh you away. Like that shit will literally take you to a whole different level of overthinking, of comparison, of even evil eye, like spirit, what is it? Spirit monitoring when you're watching people and you're just watching them and you're not interacting with them, you're just stalking them just to like compare and to be put yourself down and to maybe even put that person down and things like that. The things that you consume on social media are very important. And I will tell you guys, like, I'm going to show you guys my page right now. I don't go on TikTok anymore. I go on Twitter, not X. I don't call it X. I go on Twitter and it's always for news. Like there's always stuff on here that they talk about. Like for example, here we're talking about this boy who went missing after going on a yacht on the 4th of July or on a boat on the 4th of July with all his friends. And there's people like talking about it. Then here we have like things like this, like everything that I have on here are all things that actually matter. You know what I mean? And also like self-concept stuff. Like a lot of it is like law of assumption based things. Yeah, like a lot of it's law of assumption based things. A lot of it has to do with like, yeah, like no bad days in July. I'd rather say all good days in July instead of no bad days. But it's like things like that. Like I'm looking at everything on my timeline as something that is very helpful for me and that contributes to society and that affects me in a positive way. So I remember that there was a time where my social media like the shit that I would see on social media would be things that I just didn't like mess with a lot. You know what I mean? Like they're just things that are mindless. Like I don't care. For example, like look, this is when I go to my media page, all of it's like figure skating. Okay. So to me, figure skating is a healthy outlet for me. It's something that I love to do. It's my passion, one of my passions, and I contribute to it. Figure skate almost every single day. So to me, being surrounded by like figure skaters like this, it's like inspirational. Okay, there's no comparison here. I'm inspired. This is what I should be inspired by, right? Okay, so alongside me being inspired by that, I go onto my what is it called? Y'all know how Instagram's different now. They have like all different kinds of posts and stuff like that. Like for example, there's this little boy from Gaza who I share a lot on my page because it's helpful. I want people to see this. I want people to be surrounded by energies like this and to also understand that these are things that we should be paying attention to as opposed to other things that don't matter. For example, when people pay attention to things that are kind of like I want to say mindless, but I feel like it's mostly because they want to feel distracted by the things that they see. Like they don't want to feel affected by these things in the sense that, for example, I post things all the time about Palestine, about Sudan, about things going on in the world. A lot of people don't want to see shit like that. Some people, I don't want to say a lot, but some people don't because they feel energetically very affected by that. But to me, I'm okay with that because I need to be here to help people, you know? So, same like going down, there's like stuff about animals, stuff about safety with animals. Again, another Palestine post here. I like all these things. If you're watching this video talking about how AI is not good for you, here we have this that yeah, like everything. We have like all this different kinds of things that are showing up that are actually important, and it's all things that are important for society and that energetically affect me in a way that actually helps me and society. Therefore, the things that I'm consuming match my energy, match me. It matches everything that I'm about, that I'm a part of. These are all things that I would love to be surrounded by because these are things that represent the way that I think and the way that I am. And also, if you feel like, oh, for yourself, that's not how you think, that's not how you are, you have to start editing your timeline according to what's best for you because consuming things that are not good for you in the sense that it puts you down, makes you feel insecure, makes you overthink, makes you feel like it's too much, whatever. It does not contribute to your growth in the long run. What it does is it makes your ego overthink, overreact, make it just makes everything so much more complicated within your mind than it's supposed to be when you're putting yourself into situations that do not align with you. You need to find things that align with you. You literally need to craft everything according to what makes you the happiest. If you love cooking, literally fill up your timeline with cooking. If you care about animals, fill up your timeline with animals. If you like the same thing on my YouTube. Let me see if I even have anything on my YouTube. I honestly don't watch YouTube videos that much, but a lot of it's figure skating. I have like figure skating stuff here. Figure skating, like a lot of it's figure skating for me because that to me is like my passion. A lot of figure skating. There's Alia as well. It's like people like this. There's Michael Jackson on here. A lot of just a lot of different kinds of things that actually contribute to my mental health, and that's something that the same thing goes for everyone. I want you guys to be very mindful about the things that you consume and about your spiritual wellness regarding all of these topics. If you want the best for yourself, which I know that you do, if you're watching this video, I know that you want the best for yourself. And same to the person who requested this video. You guys have to be very mindful about everything. And if there are things that you're not happy with, start watching things that you do align with to cater so that your social medias cater to that. And the same thing goes with music. The same thing goes with movies, music videos, everything that I watch. I take it with a grain of salt. I watch movies that, yes, I will be honest, I watch like a lot, I like mafia movies and things like that. I watch these movies from an educational standpoint. So I watch mafia movies, me thinking to myself, wow, look at what the ego does to people. Like literally, that's what I think. Like, for example, I rewatched Goodfellas, which I love that movie, but it's a very heavy movie. If you actually watch it, you're like, holy shit. Like you might think the main character, Henry, that, oh wow, like he's eating, he has everything in life, he has all the money, he can get anyone he wants. Okay, at the expense of what? He's stressed out, he has no money, he's on the verge of death all the time. It's like that's not a healthy way to live. He's always hiding, he has to hide his family. Who can live like that? Like that's literally the real side, the reality of people who live that life. And it's something that you watch from an educational standpoint, that you don't take it personally. You're not like, "Oh, I want to be just like that. I want to do things like that." You don't want to do things like that, guys. Like no one wants to. Those things are things for you to learn lessons from. I watched so many movies like that. I watched Straight Outta Compton recently. It's a very good movie for the reality of what NWA went through and all the members in it. But realistically speaking, from a healthy standpoint, no one would want to be a part of a lifestyle like that. And of course, I don't believe that they did either. That was definitely something that was much more circumstantial. But the whole point is reworking your subconscious mind to live a healthier, better life for yourself, including those people who went through the things that they went through at that time, especially in Compton and all this other stuff. It's literally all about making the most out of what you have around you and then creating better so that you can move on to better, and making sure that the things that you consume match that energy too, to further motivate you to keep up with that energy always. This is super important, guys. I don't play about this. I feel like, oh my gosh, like this is so important. It just is. Even me thinking to myself, I'm not a mother or anything, but I do think to myself, like, when I have kids, I'm gonna put them on to cartoons that I used to watch when I was a kid. I used to watch Tom and Jerry. I love SpongeBob. I know SpongeBob may not be like the most educational thing, but it has a very good energy. Like, there's a lot of different things that you have to be very mindful of, and just put them onto things that are actually helpful. Are actually helpful. I know that people said like problematic things about Coco Melon. I don't know much about Coco Melon, but didn't they say? I'm pretty sure that people think that it's kind of like mindless toddler interaction, because it's like it's always moving. It's not growing your attention span. You need things that grow your attention span. That's why even on TikTok, I don't speed up any videos when I listen to them. Like when I used to go on TikTok, I wouldn't speed up any videos. I know people like to put like times 3, times 2. I can't do that. Like it's too fast for me. And I don't know how people do it. So I watch the whole video and then I'll read the comments and people are like, "You fixed my attention span." And I'm like, "How the fuck are y'all not paying attention?" Like I don't understand. To me, it's like super easy to just pay attention. Like I'm just like, yes, okay, let me just. But at the same time, I understand because there is ADHD and things like that. That does make a lot of sense. But it's like if you have ADHD, you cannot be feeding things that only make your ADHD act up even more in terms of you being super unfocused. You know, like you have to literally work with things that help your mind and that cater to your brain, basically, that mold your brain in your highest favor. It's just all important things, guys. That's why I do everything in my highest favor to post things that are only educational, that are only helpful. And even that, like when I post certain things, I try not to curse too much, honestly, because I don't know if like young children are watching me. I truly don't know. I know that there are people who grew up with me. So I was like 20 and then some people were like 18 and then now they're like in their 20s as well as I am. But you know, I always do everything that I can to cater to people who watch me in a way that's healthy for everyone, because I care a lot about the things that I put out there. Like I'm not trying to be like an example to further motivate people to want to do things that they literally just shouldn't be doing. You know, it's like no shame to anyone. I understand a lot of different things. I really do understand a lot of things, because even with that, it's like twerking. Twerking is it's a cultural thing. So it's not inherently sexual. You know what I'm saying? But there are people who make it inherently sexual, you know? And that's from a lack of like knowledge of understanding how twerking actually works, how it affects your body, because twerking is actually really good for opening. Oh, it's good for opening your hips and also letting out trauma like through your hips, and it's good for your sacral chakra and things like this, and like your root chakra. But the things that a lot of people don't think about that because they just see like, oh, she's shaking her ass, let me join her, X, Y, and Z, post it online. And then it's like another child who sees that and then wants to do the same thing. And it's like you have to understand what you're doing, how you're doing it. You have to educate yourself. Like you really have to educate yourself. And it is cool to be educated. I love being educated. I don't care. I've had my pride broken down many times, but it's not even my pride. It's like my belief system. I've had my belief system broken down many times where I thought like, oh, I know what I'm talking about, X, Y, and Z. And then I do research and then I'm like, wait, you're right. Like, this is not right. What you're saying is correct. Let me change that because it's important to know. Like, it's important to learn things and it's important to shift your perspective based on the things that you learn. And you cannot be willingly ignorant, especially with all of the information that you have available to you. If you're choosing to be ignorant, like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even do that to yourself? Because you know that that's not how you should even be thinking. You're a smart person. You're someone who has you have a big brain, guys. Like you have a lot of information for you to be consuming within this reality that's actually helpful to you. Please do what you have to do that, because even for myself there were times that I was very afraid to do all this research. Like I showed you guys my Instagram, everything. It's all literally educational things about society, what's going on in the world, for women, for children, for countries that are undergoing genocides, for global warming, global change, AI, all this stuff that I used to not want to be a part of, guys. Like I literally did not want to hear about it. I remember there was a time that I was like, I don't want to know. It's too sad, X, Y, and Z. That is so much more harmful than you knowing. And now that I see all these things, I have more pride in that than ever before. I'm happy to know these things. I'm happy to see them. I'm happy to repost them. And I understand that like my followers as well match my energy. So if they're here, it's because they're meant to learn from me and to apply that information into their own lives as well, so that we can all be knowledge we can all have the knowledge together, basically. Like I don't play about these things, and I feel like if you're choosing to be ignorant on purpose out of fear, just understand that you will get through that. You will get through this fear that you have, because caring about the world is so much better and more effective than pretending like you don't, or acting like you don't, choosing to not because it makes you afraid. You're just one person. Think about the whole wide world. You can make so much more of an impact by caring than by not caring. So don't behave as though it's a huge deal. You can't handle it. X, Y, and Z. You deserve, the world deserves for you to care, and you deserve to care as well about yourself and the world, because we're all in this together. So if you're choosing to be ignorant, you're being ignorant for yourself as well, which is not good. Like that's not how it should be. You can do this shit. You have the knowledge for a reason. Use it, listen to it, play a video, like do anything, just naturally let it come to you. Don't overwhelm yourself with what you consume, because I know as well that when I was like looking into all this stuff and learning all these different things, it's 333 right now, not a coincidence, mind body soul balance. Every single thing that I would look at and things like that would come to me very naturally. So I would just be chilling and then I would find a video and then I'd watch it. I wouldn't go out of my way to go looking too much, because I knew that that would overwhelm me. I would just let things come to me, and they always did. They always do. And that I'm thankful for, because that's my manifestation of me understanding, yeah, things will come to me naturally. I'm going to see what I have to see. It's going to be good. I'm going to learn what I have to learn, and that's it. So with that being said, guys, I truly intend, truly, like genuinely, just truly so much, ending this at 333, crazy, that everything that I'm saying here helps you guys all out to the most of its ability, in my, like, to the most of my ability, for real. I just intend to help you guys as much as I possibly freaking can. I love you guys very much. I care about each and every single one of y'all very much, and I want y'all to just be very mindful about the things that you consume, and to only consume things that are helpful towards yourself, society, the world, and everything and everyone as a whole, okay? Your attention matters a lot. Where you place your energy matters a lot. Please be very mindful, guys. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you guys for everything. I'm going to read the comments now. I want to apologize in advance if I don't get through everything, because I do see that there's a lot of comments, but I'm going to try my best, I promise, as always, to get through everything. And in advance, if I do not get to answer something that y'all have said, please just come back next week or anytime that you would like, so that we can talk about it, because I will be back on Thursday for another video, a law of assumption video. But with that being said, guys, okay, let's see what you guys are saying. Hi, Electra. I'm excited for this topic. Thank you, Jada. I'm glad that you feel that way. Sunik said, hello, OMG. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited that you're here. Thank you. Jada said, "Love Island is so draining. I'm not watching it next year." It is very draining. I honestly choose not to. I remember I tried watching a little bit, like a little bit. It's because it came on and I was like, "Let me just give this a shot." And I don't want to be like I don't want to be demeaning to anyone because it's not about that, but I was watching it and I was like I genuinely felt like I could have been doing something so much better with my time. Like I felt like I could have been paying attention to something so much more helpful for the world than that. It's like it's just how I felt. But I was like, I'm glad that these people are working through their issues and that they're understanding what's best for them and what's not, X, Y, and Z. But I have to be mindful about the things that I consume. So I was just like this isn't for me, but it's fine. It's just to help everyone. Let me see. Hibiscus said, "Hi, is it in my baby's best interest for me to naturally induce myself into labor today? I'm 36 weeks pregnant and cord from baby to placenta isn't working as optimally. What do you intuitively feel?" I do feel positive things about I do feel positive feelings about a particular date a week from now, but it seems like I might have to give birth this week slash today, girl. I cannot believe we're here saying this. Like, this is crazy. I feel like we're witnessing history. Wow. Let me look into it for you because that's very important. Um, I feel like you're gonna give birth next week, not today. I feel like just let things go naturally. I feel like it's not gonna be today. I feel like it's gonna be very soon and you're mentally preparing yourself. So take it easy. God bless you, babe, and your baby, always. Dear, I'm trying my best to break out of this loop, but whenever I use a technique or try to live in the end, I feel more stressed, wavering, and even get headaches. How do I get out of this cycle? The way that you get out of that cycle is honestly just going with the flow, because if you feel that way, it's probably that you feel overwhelmed. Take it little by little and understand that you don't need to like go to the end right now. And then, I mean, you are at the end right now, but just understand that you are already there and that you don't have to worry too much about trying to live in a certain state constantly if you feel overwhelmed in this way. Just take it little by little and understand that little by little baby steps is what helps a lot if you feel overwhelmed in this way, because I know for me that that's what helped the most is taking baby steps. You got this though. Take it easy always. I saw this video about a girl talking about how she pulls herself away from her old identity in situations that trigger her, which is inspiring. But I'm extremely strict in a way. If I change my identity, I don't want anything that I could possibly revert back to exist in the first place. How could I prevent this? Just understand that, like, it doesn't matter. Just understand that there's no way you could go back to that. I feel like the way that you think about those things do matter. So if you're like, "Oh, I could go back to that," then, obviously you're opening up a door, but that's not your reality. It's not what you want. So don't focus on that. Just focus on the things that you want. Like, if you exist as who you are right now in your highest form and fashion, that's who you are. That's what it is, and that's it. Peaceful, just like that. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like it's always about what you choose to put your attention towards, always. But yes, you got this. It's okay. It's already prevented. There's nothing to prevent anyway. I have a question actually. I need some help. Basically, my older sister finally had a boyfriend for 2 years and I always said that everything was going really well and that the comment got deleted. Well, let me know if you want. Jada said, "I watched your TikTok on how you open your third eye, which you meditated and used amethyst. I was wondering if you did anything else extra, and did you do the same for other chakras? Also, in one of your videos, you mentioned opening your third eye also helps you manifest faster when you envision your desire while actively working on it. Maybe you elaborate. May you elaborate more if you'd like." I didn't do anything extra. I literally just meditated and visualized like color going into it, and then just like really sitting on it and visualizing it open. That's what helped me the most. And when I said that it helped me manifest better is because I was able to connect with my desire better. Excuse me, hold on. Not a burp. It helped me focus on my desire a lot better because I felt like I could see it a lot clearer. So yeah, that's basically what I meant by that. It gave me more natural confidence because I felt like if I could see clear, I can manifest it like I can manifest it instantly. So it's very simple. It's all this is very simple stuff. But yeah, I'm glad that you watched that. Thank you for watching, and I truly intend that it helped you too. 500 pages in 5 days is not going as I thought. Studying, but 3 days are left starting tomorrow. Not worrying much because I'm affirming. It'll go well. I'll figure it out. Can you see channel how the exam will go? Um, I feel like the exam will go well. I feel like keep studying as much as you can, but don't overwhelm yourself. I feel like the overconsumption can kind of could kind of like really stress you out, which I feel like the stress contributes to the exam. So try to keep it stress free, but I feel like it will go well. I just think that you need to be prepared to I feel you need to be prepared on the topics that are the most difficult to you. So study the topics that are the most difficult to you right now, ensuring that they're all very easy, and then everything else will come. Jada said, I got my Moldavite and I love its energy. Me, my grandma, and my sister took turns holding it while we all felt light headaches. I think that's right. What? But it was still so cool because my grandma thought I was making it up until she tried it. She said it made her believe. A day after wearing it in the same night, I had a terrible dream about my best friend and my other friends. Do you feel like it's a message or just a reflection of my old beliefs? Honestly, can you please like send me the link to that because I want to cop another Moldavite, please, if you can. I would love it. I would love that. Thank you so much. If you can, please link it here. I would love to cop one, but let me see. I feel like it's old beliefs, but I feel like some of it has truth to it. I feel like you're trying to see like the truth about something, but I feel like it has to do with old beliefs. So I think it's like s- I feel like it's like light truths about the situation, but I feel like it's mostly like fear kind of. I feel like everything will reveal itself accordingly and to not be afraid for sure. You said I'm gonna put the affirmation, my positive belief systems are always protected on my self-concept list. Good girl. Always do that. I love that. I love that you're saying that. Good for you. I can't listen to a lot of the music nowadays because it's so horrible, misogynistic, violent, just plain awful. I listen to a lot of pop music. Yeah, me too, actually. I listen to a lot of pop music too, and it has to be like stuff that's very loving, which a lot of pop music is. It's very uplifting. But yeah, I totally agree with you, and it's something that we have to be like very strong about. It's crazy the things society is being conditioned to think is normal. When I got into spirituality, I really started to tune into what content goes in my brain: music, TV shows, movies, news, etc. Exactly. I don't even watch the news. I agree with you, and I'm so glad that you're saying that. Thank you for sharing that. And also, hey, Thomas, spitting facts. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Bless you, bro. Thank you. Um, let's see. I used to like some songs for the rhythm, melody, but looking at the lyrics, I'm like, bitch, what the fuck? I don't listen anymore. But they're too accessible. They're feeding us. You can't separate artists from their art today. Yeah, you can. Absolutely not. I don't separate artists from what's it called? I don't separate art from the artist at all because I always take it as that is a direct reflection of who they are. I don't care what anyone says. It's true. That's it. If you can produce it, it's like something that you're channeling within. Then you said I don't even watch thriller or horror movies anymore. It exposes me to a reality that I know exists, but that I don't want anything to do with. Me neither. I don't like any of those movies. I don't like horror movies for that reason. I like paranormal movies because they're relatable to me in some sense, but like the other stuff like killing, ew, no, fuck, no, absolutely not. Um, Oh, I see what you're saying, Sunik. So you said with your sister's boyfriend, they were in a good relationship, but my sister found out that he was cheating on her. I'm disappointed. What can I affirm? I thought I was doing everything right. So sorry, the part are divided. It's okay. Um, First off, I feel like that has nothing to do with you. I feel like it's very kind of you to manifest the best thing for your sister. I feel like you should affirm that your sister finds exactly what she deserves and that everything's working out in her highest favor. And I feel like he needs to fucking go. I feel like he's a karmic. And I feel like you're manifesting that your sister finds a healthier relationship with people, with a person who's actually meant for her in a very strong and beautiful way. So I think you should just affirm that your sister's healthy, happy, and has everything that she wants in the relationship of her dreams, and that she's completely good on her own and with exactly who she's with, who she should be with. Beautiful. Conscious Queen said, I believe a lot of shows are conditioning us to be desensitized to violence, graphic content. Shows like Euphoria never should have been created. Complete agree. Or like the song, that movie, The Idol, or the show, The Idol, that was like ridiculous. Oh my goodness. That show is fucking ridiculous. But yes, exactly. You're completely right. And that's exactly how it is, especially with these things that they're trying to, like, again, like you said, condition people. The answer is absolutely not. Like, no conditioning for that. We don't pay attention to it. It's not something that we're supposed to pay attention to. But yeah, they try to make it accessible for you to be manipulated by it. But if you don't let yourself be manipulated, you won't be. They say you are what you eat. That applies in many different ways. And you're right, Thomas. Thank you so much for saying that. You're completely right. It does. It applies very much to all of this stuff. And someone said, even as an adult dealing with so many things and you end up getting decision fatigue. And if you get into social media with that fatigue, your brain is literally more susceptible to absorb negative energy. Yeah, you're right. It's literally up to what you choose to consume. And you have to have like a wall of protection up boundaries, especially with social media and the things that you see on a day-to-day basis. I always do have boundaries. And that's why I chose to cater my social medias to things that actually make me happy as opposed to anything else. Hey Zara, all love. Thank you, babe. You too. Hey Lala, what's up? Do you feel that you've created your own rules of spiritual journey? There are a lot of people who make it seem being spiritual comes with the whole rule book. Absolutely. I definitely do. I'm an Aquarius stellium. Yes. Like I create my own way. I don't give a fuck. I do everything according to my own pace agenda. I really do feel like that's honestly how I started getting a lot of attention on social media, is because I do things my own way, and I feel like people like really like that. And yeah, so I do. I always do things my own way. I don't listen to what anyone says is spiritual, with the especially with the rule books regarding anything spiritual. Religion is ridiculous to me. Nothing has rules, truly. It's all about your connection to yourself and God, the universe, which is all within you already. So yeah, thank you for asking. I watched Stranger Things for some time to see what the hype was about, but stopped because the show made me feel bad. The sounds the monsters would creep me out. I agree with you. Actually, I didn't watch that show, but I remember that I watched that video with the running up that hill, and I thought that shit was so crazy. Like, that little girl was possessed. I don't care what the show's concept was. That girl was possessed, and the fact that they were showing people that, to me, was like insane. I didn't like it, but I know what you're saying and I agree with you. I'm very mindful about these things as well. And a little for fun question. What was your favorite spiritual tool you worked with on your spiritual journey, like a crystal or oil? Honestly, my favorite thing, if I'm being completely honest with you, this was like my favorite thing. This has given me so much power in my dreams. Like, literally this cross. And like, not specifically this cross, but like things like this. I remember that I would have demonic dreams, and this would literally save me in those dreams. I would wake up and I would be like, "In the name of Jesus Christ." In my dreams, I would use this. It's like things like this. This would enlighten me a lot. So yeah, that this is like my favorite spiritual tool, because it's actually super, super protective, and it helped me so much through so many demonic experiences, demonic entities, everything, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna put them right here. The cat. But yes, thank you for asking. What about you? Okay. Yes, oh my god, American Horror Story, forget it. I watched 1 episode and I never went back. It was the episode where this woman, it was like the beginning of an episode. This woman, I will never forget it. This woman was praying on a couch, and this guy like murdered her. And I was like, this is so sad. Like, I felt so bad. It was horrible. I was like, this is literally trying to like make people think that like Jesus is powerless, which is not a coincidence that I'm showing you guys this right now. And the fact that I just read that right after. That's insane. Thank you for sharing that, because I remember that and it like bugged me. And I thought about that like last month. I was like, that was like insanely demonic, that they were trying to make people think that like praying doesn't work, or like, relying on spiritual strength doesn't work. It does work always. I've been watching a lot of luxury hauls, point of view, luxury mall walks, walking through rich neighborhoods, neighborhood videos, and things like that. I feel like that's good, especially for like you're manifesting those kinds of things. I do feel like be careful, because I used to watch things like that, and I remember like a lot of the comments, people would be very jealous of these people. And I feel like that's very unhealthy to be so jealous. So yeah, I feel like as long as it's coming from a good heart, a good point of view, it's completely good. I feel like that's good for you, for real. Sammy Ingram's recent video on social media manifestation is making me sort of sort my feed to what I want, feed to fit what I want, and oh my god, and it's interesting how your life is similar. Yeah, that is really interesting. Honestly, that's really cool. Okay, there's like definitely synchronicity. I feel like everyone needs to be put on. God bless. Thank you for telling me. I love that though. I love that everyone's like helping each other out, especially with things like this. I remember when I used to focus on myself, only my reality was so much better. But after scrolling, consuming foreign media, I focused on other types of beauties and forgot my own, compared and desired. Yup, exactly. You have to focus on yourself first and foremost. I've never been into horror movies slash TV shows. The most I could do is thriller. I'm always wary. I'm doing my best to listen to my intuition and not consume content just because it's popular, especially because it's popular. I feel like you have to be super careful, because those things are low key the things that like get to you low key the most, if you get what I'm saying. Um, Hi, Kandil. I'm good. How are you, my love? God bless you. Your old videos about law of assumption are still valid. Like, does anything change? I don't think so. I think literally, unless I say it's different, no. But everything that I posted, I feel like still applies in whichever way it does for the people who watch it. Thank you though for watching, and thank you for saying that. And Dappy said, yeah, matter of fact, I didn't go watch Obsession at the movie theater. I want to manifest my SP being obsessed with me, so I don't want to mess with my definition of obsessed. I already have to specify he's obsessed with me in a good way, or he's devoted to me. I like that, devoted to you. I don't want anything negative, low energy that gives me anxiety. Enough. I completely agree. Personally, I don't agree with manifesting obsession, rather love and adoration, but that's my personal thing. You do you. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I actually have a subliminal that's like about obsession, but I remember it was like I was like healthy obsession, because I don't want anyone to be stalked, to be like, all this crazy stuff. I want everyone to be very healthy about the way that they are loved and cared for. And I think that that is very important, especially within this reality. Like, we have to be very mindful about the things that, again, we consume and the things that we pay attention to in this life. Thank you for saying that. Electra, I want to go to a concert. I've never been to one before and I'm on a time crunch, so I commanded my subconscious mind to take care of it. Can you channel if I'll succeed and go next week or in the near future this year, or at this concert if not this week? Um you have already succeeded because you said so. You mean more like when will I go? So let me answer you that. I feel like you're gonna go a little bit later this year, like a little later. I feel like a few months, like 2 to 3 months. I feel like very soon, honestly. But yeah, of course it succeeded, period. And then he said, "Yeah, me too. I used to like watching TV shows like Love Island. They were funny to me, but now I avoid it. I also had this feeling of wasting time, and it just shows such a negative reality of love." Yeah, everyone's cheating on each other. Everyone's fucking cheating on each other. It's disgusting. In those shows, I don't mess with it. And yes, you can DM me, Dennis Salvid. Yes, baby, you can DM me. God bless you. Um Queen Bees, Babies and Stuff said, "What if you had have a hard time visualizing colors when meditating? I meditate every day and I struggle visualizing colored lights and all that stuff. What does this mean?" Honestly, it doesn't mean anything. It probably just means that you need to like focus a little bit harder. If you have struggle or visualizing colors, I think that you should just focus on the way that the colors appear to you and just let them come to you, because I do believe that you can do it. I don't think that it's like, oh, you can't do it and all this other stuff. I feel like, yeah, someone said, Neuro asked, said, if you're having trouble visualizing, I would suggest Pinterest and making a vision board and looking at that image. I completely agree. I feel like anything that contributes to you visualizing and seeing things clearly, do it. So I would look at the color blue, for example, and then like let it sit with me as I shut my eyes, and then tell yourself that you see it and don't think like, I can't see it. I can't see it. It's so hard for me to see it. That's like you affirming that it's hard for you to see it. But if you let it be easy, it will literally come naturally to you and you'll be like, oh, okay, I can see it, But yes, you got this, baby. Exactly, like, people are so used to violent stuff, it doesn't even phase them, which is messed up, and that's exactly what I don't want. No one should be desensitized to anything like that, especially things like this that are important in life to be paying attention to in general for the world, for the safety of the world. Also, hi, Electra, and y'all, thank you for saying about horror movies and gore. People are way too desensitized to gore movies. Exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you for saying that, yes. You guys are my people. Thank you guys for being conscious and waking up to the desensitized shit we have watched in the past. I am commenting a lot because I'm so passionate about this topic. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you for saying that. Yes, like, thank you. You no, did you? No, you commented a different topic video. I thought you said this. I remember you said a suggestion for a video. I remember I screenshotted it. Thank you so much for being here and for saying that too. For real, it means a lot. Like, I'm really happy. I'm really happy about that, for real. God bless you. And if you want to say anything more in the comments after the video's done, please do it. I would love to read it and for people to see it too. Your necklace is stunning. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Thank you, baby. It's from Heaven Sent. It's like literally glistening. It's crazy. Wow, they're all crosses. That's like not a coincidence, guys. Whoa, that's like huge synchronicity. Wow. And I literally like intuitively felt to put this on. Wow, God bless us all. So do you call your stuff black magic? No, right? You just do you, like, manifesting. So I'm worried about people getting into black magic. Well, honestly, I do not, of course, it's not black magic. I feel like black magic is literally inherently bad though. Like, black magic is not good. There's a reason it's called like dark magic. It's because it taps into things that are not so good. So people definitely know the difference, but I feel like you're right. It should be very heavily implemented for everyone to know, like, this is what dark magic is, this is what black magic is. Pay attention to it. Don't tap into that because it's not something that you want to get involved with, because it's not. I'm just happy that I'm happy that you're thinking about this though, like the distinction between that, because people should definitely think about those things in general. You're smart, baby. Thank you. God bless you. And of course, Sunik, thank you so much for your answer. Oh my God. Sorry for asking. Well, what is a karmic relationship? It's supposed to help us grow as a soul. Wow. That's so cute. Of course. I'm so happy to help you. And I'd love to answer that question. A karmic relationship is basically when you're in a relationship with a karmic soulmate, karmic meaning karma. So they teach you lessons, you teach them lessons. And then when the lessons are done, you guys kind of go your own ways. So yeah, that's what a karmic is, and that's what a karmic relationship is, and that's what it entails. I've had many in my life. A lot of people have many in their lives. It's just something you work through, and then you never like kind of. It's like once the connection's done, it's done, because you guys have learned everything that you had to learn from each other. So therefore, you move on to something better, and your sister is gonna do exactly that, and it's because of you that you're manifesting the best for her too. So I feel like you're speeding it up for her, that she's gonna find her soulmate very fast, very soon. God bless. Yay. Hi, Electra. Hey, Forever Paid. I wanted to know intuitively if you good give me advice could give me advice as a lot has happened today. Yes, let's look into it. And thank you so much, Nita Chogul. Sorry if I said that wrong. You're so beautiful. Thank you, baby. Thank you. God bless you. For forever paid. Let's see. I feel like be careful, have I just got like goosebumps, girl. Have boundaries. You need to give yourself boundaries because I feel like energetically you're giving too much. It's time for you to focus on yourself. Solitude. You need to separate yourself from people. I feel like you've had a lot of things happen with other people. It's time to like take it back and just be like, okay, I understand, but no, like I deserve better than this. And then focus on yourself because I feel like that's what's really affecting you right now. So focus on yourself and take your solitude and run with it and do not feed too much towards other people who are trying to break down your boundaries because your health come first. Your health and your spiritual wellness comes first always. God bless you. I like devoted better too. Do you feel like it has the same effect as obsessed? Devoted makes me daydream and feel fulfilled with love. I feel like I'm in my first language. Obsessed has a different nuance of meaning. Plus, there's the love song hopelessly devoted to you, but I want the effect of obsession in a healthy way. Yes, absolutely. Devoted is literally like a healthy obsession. It's like, wow, I'm enthralled by you, like I'm enamored by you, I need you, I want you, but it's something where I care about you and I'm not trying to possess you. You know, like possession to me is not love. I don't think that like someone who wants to keep you in a bubble is love. Like I feel like that's unhealthy. I feel like it's when they let you be who you are and they're obsessed with your every move because you're beautiful. Wow, I'm obsessed with you. Like you're amazing. But it's like devoted. That's literally the right word. Devoted. Beautiful. Definitely though. Hey, Electra, yeah, I manifested my acne away somehow, but its scars are there. Like people keep pointing out that, oh, you have so deep scars that can't be treated. Fuck them. Who says that? Like, that's so rude. That is so rude. They must be jealous of you because like who even says things like that? If they're saying that, just be like, girl, I'm good. Like I got this. Just bro, have pride. Honestly, if someone told me that, I'd be like, excuse you. Like when things like that happen, I get very prideful in the sense that I'm like, I'm not gonna let you mess with me. Like I don't think so. So I think you should just be like, girl, okay, like don't like okay, that's none of your business because you can tell that that's like an energy that's hateful, like they're trying to hate on you. No, no, absolutely not. First, I'm very proud that you manifested your acne weight because I know how important that was to you. Now, manifest in favor of your clear skin and understand that the scars they're lifting because I've had many scars and I don't have them anymore because time lifted them. Literally, the sun lifted them. I manifested them away. Same thing goes on my body. I had scars that are gone, like literally scars that are gone. They're gone. Like, yeah, same thing. You can do the same thing. God bless. You got this, baby. And your face is completely good, completely clear, exactly how you want it to be. Period. Just like that. Okay. Okay, you said, "Hey, Electra, I want your coaching. You do help people with manifesting their desires like I want. Thank you for your YouTube live." Of course, baby. I'm so happy you're here. And of course, if you want coaching from me, you can email me. I have everything down below in the description box. I'm honestly going to wrap this up in a minute. But yes, I wanted to say I do spiritual reading, spiritual coaching. If you guys want anything from me, law of assumption coaching, law of assumption readings, anything, let me know. It's down below in the description box. If y'all want anything from me, hit me up and ask me. I got you guys. But do you think we can define ourselves a witch if we don't do spells but only manifest consciously with affirmations? I literally thought about that yesterday and I thought about how one time I could called myself like a white witch or like a good witch or whatever, which is like a white magic witch or whatever. Honestly, yeah, I think that you can. I do believe that you can. I just think it's more about like how you perceive it. I think that you can call yourself anything as long as you perceive it in the way that it should be perceived. But yes, absolutely. You can definitely be like a witch and just use manifestation because technically they're all spells. Like everything is a spell. The things that you say, the things that you do, it's all spells. Your intentions are spells. Just be mindful. And I think like more of the label of it is for people it's like the ego label of it like oh you do this so that's what you're called but truth be told you can be called anything and be that so yeah and I said, "Thank you for doing my idea because Tabby's on the table is my cat channel." Really? That's you? Oh my god, that's crazy. That's why when I read your comment, I was like, "It feels like you I felt you were part of this," but then I saw the name and I was like, "That's not you." That's freaking amazing. Thank you. God bless you, and I'm so girl, watch the video back if you haven't, because I went in, and I'm so happy that you suggested that. Thank you, baby. God bless you. Thank you. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay. Hold on one second. Fuck, sorry guys. I'm like there's like more comments coming in. Okay. Hey, can I ask, what do you think about time? I've lately been interested in this concept of that time hasn't to be linear, that we can actually influence the past from here and now. Thanks. I believe that time is completely linear. I think time is an illusion. I don't think it's real. I think that you can absolutely manifest future, past tense, all this stuff. Like, um, yeah, so someone said a lot of people claim that affirming in the future tense doesn't work. What's your take on that? Exactly my point. I think it doesn't matter at all. I think people who think that are just afraid that if they say the future tense that it's not going to work. I affirm either way. I affirm future tense, present tense, and it all works equally because in my mind, I see it as like it works. You know what I mean? Like if I'm telling myself it works, then it works, and that's it. If I'm thinking like, oh, I'm affirming for the future, so it's not going to happen, that's different. Like you're literally thinking about that in that way. But if you don't want it to be that way, it could be right now. It's just about having security, you know? Like that's it. So yeah, you time is an illusion and you can manifest in any way, shape, or form from any time. I have my first autism appointment on the 8th. I just hopped on Insta and saw that SZA came out saying she just got diagnosed with autism. This is huge for me because I've never really seen any other black slash people of color women being diagnosed with autism. I feel like this is definitely a huge sign for me. That definitely is. I cannot believe that. And I think people were actually I don't like people like to theorize things or like diagnose other people on the internet, but I'm pretty sure they were saying like for a minute that she low key has like autism. But, you know, I'm glad that you got the confirmation and I'm glad that you know for yourself too, girl. Yes, good for you. That's amazing. And yes, that's a very huge thing. It's very helpful for especially other black and people of color who do have autism, especially women, you know, men, anyone. I'm just glad that there's like a platform for that and that she came through and told people that because obviously it's helpful for those who are going through the same thing or have the same thing, you know? So God bless you, babe, and let us know how it goes on the 8th. That's in 2 days. Ooh, so excited. Yay. Let's get this bread. I can't wait to hear on Thursday. Um, okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. We're done. So it says, is it normal if I say it is already manifested, it is done, and then my thoughts like, what the hell? Where is it? Are you lying? It is low key, that's like a self-concept thing. It's more of like you have to work through that layer. So don't feed into that and think like, oh my god, where is it for real? Just be like, girl, bye. I have what I want. Get the fuck on. You know, like goodbye. Doesn't matter. If you keep treating it like it doesn't matter, your brain is going to eventually stop asking you those questions and then you're not going to think about it like that because that's happened to me so much. I used to ask myself, honestly, I might make a video about this. I used to always like think like that, like, oh, but it's not here, but this, that. And then I stopped paying attention to them and then they stopped being relevant. And then it stopped like coming to me. Best part. Let's see. I love your confidence. Thank you so much, baby. I love your confidence too. Highest self-concept ever. Keep it up all the way. Sometimes I feel like I'm not loved because I'm in a toxic family. No one loves me and alone. I don't have any real excuse me. I don't have any real friends. How to fix that, please? Baby, you do have real friends. Look all around you. Everyone here cares about you a lot. Just remember that what's going on with your family does not mean that you're not loved and that it doesn't reflect the way that you're cared for. That's just a reflection of your family's inner pain. That has nothing to do with you. That's their own thing. That's their own problem, their own trauma. You focus on yourself, focus on the way that you are loved, and love yourself the most. You are your number one best friend. And upon you loving yourself, other people will come through to show you that reflection of self love and you will feel so loved because you love yourself first and foremost. I promise you. Okay, babe. God bless you. You're very loved. I love you. So just know if you think no one does, I love you. Your spirit guides love you. God loves you. Jesus loves you. The universe loves you. You love you. That's all that matters. Okay. You always have support no matter what, even if you can't see it. You can feel it always. Thank you so much. I loved being able to join your live. Of course, Hibiscus. Thank you. I'm so happy that you're here. I really appreciate you a lot. And yeah, so finally, would that be? But like, I want you to be mine is also loving, in my opinion, in a good way, not in a way where you are caged in the relationship. I agree. I interpret, I want you to be mine in a good, loving way, not as possession, where you're caged in the relationship. How do you feel about it? I feel like that's perfect. I feel like don't overthink it. I feel like that's beautiful. I feel like it's romantic. I feel like it's like, yeah, I want you to be mine. But it's not like a possession way. You're not saying in that way. It's just more about the intention behind it. You know, you can literally say anything as long as your intention is good. You'll always be good. So yeah, you're always loved and cared for, guys. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you guys for literally everything. I'm so happy that I had this live with you guys. It was so fun. to talk about all these wonderful things with you guys and to spread light, truth about everything that matters in the world. I love you guys and thank you, Dappy. I love you too a lot. I'm so happy that you're here and that I'm able to answer questions for y'all and to, cover everything and just, and yeah, we do think the same on a lot of topics. I'm glad that you feel that way. I feel like you've gotten a lot calmer through us talking a lot, which I'm so happy about because I feel like you used to be very anxious and now you've calmed down a lot. And thank you, Disha. You're so beautiful, Electra. Also, OMG, also love your tattoos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that a lot. This is a lot. But thank you. I love you a lot. And you're so beautiful. And you all are gorgeous inside and out. I'm very excited to hear about the news that you guys are sharing. Come back on Thursday. I'm very excited. Yay. It's going to be fun. I'm manifesting peace and abundance for all of us. Let's all stay positive regardless of what's happening in the world. Exactly. And that consciousness is going to translate for the entire world. It's all about us, guys. What about us for real? Like Michael Jackson said, like we have to stay on top. So peak, so cute. Thank you, Corey. God bless you guys. I love y'all more than anything. I'll be back on Thursday, and on Friday, my sisters and I are going live. So if you guys want to join us, please do. I have all the stuff linked here so that you guys can subscribe, and you can also subscribe to my channel as well if you want to stay updated. I want to answer all of y'all's questions, so come through on Thursday for another Law of Assumption video. Okay, remember, I do spiritual and Law of Assumption coaching, readings, everything. If you have any questions for me, hit me up and let me know. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for your life. Keep posting. We love you. I love you, and thank you. I will always post. I probably will post literally till I die. I'm not even kidding. I love you guys. God bless you. Which even then, we're never gonna die because souls live forever. I love you guys. God bless you guys. Have a beautiful day. Manifesting the best always. Bye. Love you. See you very soon. Bye.